We don't have the time. எல்லாமே எடுக்கணும்னா கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம். It is a Vitis nigundo. So another Stevia Ribodiana is a chini plant and pere. It is belonging to the Astraceae family. Hyperglycemic. இது வந்து 1 கிலோ Stevia Ribodiana sugar plant, chini plant equivalent to 300 kg of sugar, sucrose. இது வந்து fructose monosaccharide. Fructose வந்து எப்படின்னா galactose குளுக்கோஸும் சேர்ந்துனா சுக்ரோஸா வரும். அது ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணது. So it is not good for health for diabetic patient. Ana it is a good for diabetic patient. Stevia Ribodiana. It is belonging to, already I said, the the Astraceae family. So it is equivalent to how many times? 300 times equivalent to sugar. So இது வந்து all food industry, all herbal industry, all diabetic patient alternate sugar இதுக்கு பேர். Stevia, the benefits and properties, hyperglycemic and main application management, diabetics, adding the weight losses and supporting. It's good for health. If you need more information, please ask through the phone or after the meeting also. Next one is Sauropus androgynous. The Sauropus androgynous is a Tavasi Murungai. It is belonging to family Phyllantheraceae, Tamil Tavasi Murungai. 1 or 2 leaf equivalent to vitamin B complex. Don't go for Bicosal capsule. Bicosal capsule நிறுத்திட்டு இதில் 2 லீஃப் சாப்பிட்டீங்கன்னா தவசி முருங்கை மெட்ராஸில் நிறைய இடத்துல இருக்கு. இது மதுரவாயில் காருண்ய யூனிவர்சிட்டி, இது மெட்ராஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் மதுரவாயில் கேம்பஸில் இருக்கு. ஸோ இந்த 2 லீஃப் இட் இஸ் ஈக்குவலன்ட் டு Bicosal capsule, 1 capsule. So it is good for health and also the antipyretic, anti-inflammatory, the other human disorders to rectify it. But major is a multivitamin plant. Multivitamin plant or otherwise Sauropus androgynous, Phyllantheraceae family, all vitamin, green vitamins, all water soluble vitamins or fat soluble vitamins equivalent to this, especially in vitamin B complex. Next one, Solanum Kandangatri, good for it is a Kabbalah Sali, it is a cure for the asthma and sore throat infection, toothache, and all high concentration of solanite, starting material, mall manufacturing, and etc. So another one is the Bacopa moneri. We don't have the time also. The Bacopa moneri, it's a neer brahmi. The another plant is Centella asiatica. It is also memory plus tablet. Vallarai Kirai is a neer brahmi. Rendume வந்து improve our IQ as well as memory power. So memory power in terms of the short-term memory, long-term memory, retain the capacity of the memory. So already experimentally done by Dr. Akhilesh Sharma, Ayurvedic expert. Brahmi is excellent for improving your brain functioning and strengthening your memory from this Bacopa moneri and also the Centella asiatica. It is a Plantagonaceae family. So another plant is a Solanum trilobatum. It is a Tudu Valley. So it is a leaf. It has thorns. Mulluruko. So it is a Tudu Valley. It is used for the treat common cold, cough. இப்போ இந்த கொரோனா பீரியட்ல தூது வேலையெல்லாம் இப்போ சாப்பிட்டீங்கன்னா த்ரோட் இன்ஃபெக்ஷன் வராது. த்ரோட் இன்ஃபெக்ஷன் வரலன்னா லங்ஸ் அஃபெக்ட் ஆகாது. லங்ஸ் அஃபெக்ட் ஆகுதுன்னா கொரோனாவிலேருந்து ஃப்ரீ ஆயிடலாம். ஸோ அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம வேக்சின் எடுத்தோம்னா, வேக்சின் எடுத்து ஹெர்பலை ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுனா then we can't get any diseases also. So use the treat common cold, cough, asthma and herb. So consume the mild and praying and oil ghee and with இதை வந்து துவையல் பண்ணும்போது கொஞ்சம் கீ விட்டு துவையல் பண்ணீங்கன்னா குட் ஃபார் ஹெல்த். எல்லாம் அந்த கசப்பு தன்மை இருக்கும். அது கூட பூண்டு இஞ்சி போட்டு நல்லா மிக்சியில போட்டு அரைச்சி தூதுவளை துவையல் சாப்பிட்டீங்க. இல்லைன்னா மின்ட்ன்றது புதினா துவையல், இதெல்லாம் ஒழுங்கா சாப்பிட்டீங்கன்னா இட் won't affect the corona. Okay. So next one, kurkuma langa, manjal podi. It is a turmeric powder. It is a Gingiberaceae family. It is belonging to anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer. Or 1 or 2 teaspoon, put it in the RO water. So நம்ம ஸ்ப்ரே பண்ற வாட்டர்ல ஆன்டிசெப்டிக், இட் இஸ் a வெளியில வச்சிட்டீங்கன்னா it is more than 1 week or 4 days sufficient for a natural antiseptic. So 1 or 2 teaspoon, put it in the 5-liter water, so and keep it in the outside the house. So whoever come inside the house automatically disinfect. So it's a natural designer. நீங்க இப்போ இது மாதிரி ட்ரை பண்ணலாம். எதுக்குன்னா ஆல்கஹால் நீங்க இப்போ கோவில்ல போனால் எங்கே போனாலும் உங்களுக்கு ஸோ இப்போ அந்த ஸ்ப்ரே பண்ணி உங்களுக்கு கெமிக்கல் அது ஃபுல்லாகவே ஆல்கஹால் ஈஸிலி இமீடியட்லி டு கேட்ச் அ ஃபயர் ஆல்சோ. ஸோ இது பண்ணி பாருங்க. இப்போ டர்மரிக் இல்லைன்னா கிராம்பு, ஸ்பைசி கிராம்பில் கூட பண்ணலாம். நீங்கள் ஒன்றும் இல்லை, ஒரு 5 லிட்டர்ஸ் தண்ணியில் 2 கிராம்பை போட்டுருங்க. ஸோ இது மஞ்சள் பொடி அண்ட் உப்பு போட்டிங்கன்னு காகுல் பண்ணலாம். இல்லை கை காலை கழுவிட்டு உள்ளே வந்தீங்கன்னா டெய்லி இதை பண்ணீங்கன்னா, வெளியில் நிறைய பேர் வெளியில் சுற்றிட்டு வரீங்க, இல்லைல்ல நல்லா ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு வரீங்க, நிறைய பாப்புலேஷன் இருக்கிற இடத்துல இருந்துட்டு வரீங்கன்னா, இந்த 3 கிராம்பு, உப்பு, மஞ்சத்தூள் போட்ட தண்ணியில் காலை கழுவி கையை கழுவிட்டீங்கன்னா, ஸோ அண்ட் காகுல் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா, இட் won't affect any viral disease in your body. So it is a protect yourself and also immune boosters. Aloe vera, it is a good for health for pulp. It is small amount of turmeric powder is a good remedy for the enlargement of the spleen. It is clean pulp aloe vera jelly. So you can palm jangri. The pinch of asafoetida, பெருங்காயத்தை கொஞ்சம் போட்டீங்கன்னா, the pound them together and store it in airtight container வச்சுக்கிட்டுன்னா, 1/2 gram of the preparation of the consumed twice daily, the easy access of the menstrual pain. So during the girls or ladies, the menstrual cycle நிறைய pain இருக்கும். They are meet out that there are so many issues. So இந்த நீங்க வைத்தியம் பண்ணீங்கன்னா, clean palm, the pulp of aloe, palm jangri and pinch of asafoetida இதெல்லாம் சேர்த்து ஒரு together with the store in airtight container வச்சுட்டு 1/2 gram எடுத்து சாப்பிட்டீங்கன்னா, it cure for such a problem, menstrual pain problem. 2 teaspoon of the pulp fried in half teaspoon of ghee, and which half teaspoon of the sugar add the consume the help cure and wet cough. So and the body heat also, it is a good for health, and also not only for these all are the day-to-day life. It is also the jelly cure the human tumor also, anti-tumor. The brain tumor it will cure. So already they reported in the medical journals. So Cardiospermum helicobacter is another plant. It is belonging to Sapindaceae family. In Tamil is Modakathan. So Modakathan, dosai Modakathan idli, it is good for health and anti-arthritis and exists significant analysis, anti-inflammatory activity and etc. இது வந்து mucilage form, saponin content அதிகமா இருக்கும் secondary metabolites to control and also the further studies. So next one is the Withania somnifera, for it is belonging to the Solanaceae family. So the Withania somnifera, withanolide, withaferin, so all the secondary metabolite is economically important, the medicinally important, root is important, is the brain benefits and also the stamina and arthritis, improve body defense against disease, improving the cell mediated immunity and against cellular damage causing free radicals. So these all are the control our body and immune boosters. So நரம்பு தளர்ச்சியில் இந்த Parkinson's இதெல்லாம் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றது வித்தனோலைடு root. The root it comes with withanolide or withanolaferin or withanolaferin A, B, etc. These are all alkali components from the Withania somnifera. Sir, continue பண்ணலாமா எப்படி சார்?
பண்ணலாம் சார். No problem.
Dear participants, can we continue? Dear participants, 1 or 2 please answer. How many slides, sir? How many slides are left?
Remaining 30 slides, but conclude பண்ணிட்ட ஒரு 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
No problem, sir. No problem.
We can conclude within 10 minutes, sir.
இல்ல இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கா அதான் கேக்குறேன்.
நல்லா தான் போயிட்டு இருக்கு சார்.
Going very informative.
Very useful, sir.
Very useful and very informative.
Okay.
You can take your time, sir.
Sorry to interrupt here, sir.
Yes,
It is
sir.
very useful, but we try to give the parts to be used during the preparation.
Okay.
Example, in certain cases, roots may be used.
Yeah,
And
I
you,
said for
our
Vitania
methods are very
somnifera root used, for terminally arjuna bark used, Kiranelli for whole plant used.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
And Oriental Tamarai, sir.
What, sir?
Oridal Tamarai. Oridal Tamarai.
Oridal tamare is a whole plant. Whole
Okay,
plant,
thank you, sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Whole plant is a
Thank
very
you.
medicinal value. So it is increasing the viability of the sperm and also libido. Libido means is increasing the பால் உணர்ச்சிகளை தூண்டக்கூடியது. The entire plant.
Okay. As per the feedback of participants, please continue, sir. No problem.
Okay, okay. So now the about the medicinal plant I completed. Then I go for extraction. The medicinal plant is a constituent, the effective source of both traditional and modern medicines. The herbal medicine has shown the genuine utility. So most of the in the 80% rural population depends on it. Primary health care is a World Health Organization in 2005, not only 2000, in 2020 also said more than 90% of the rural population depending on the herbal plants. So what are the herbal plants? It consists of phytochemical constituents, that is a weed veli porukal. The natural bioactive compounds found in different parts of the fruits, flowers, stem, leaf, roots, different parts. Most important. Already the participant asked for which part is more important. So each and every part, for example, Kiranelli also, so in plantain compound in leaves is more than in root. Leafல தான் அதிகமா இருக்கும். So in stem is more is a middle. And root is the least phyllanthine content. Without phyllanthine, it won't cure the jaundice disease. So that is also very important. The phytochemical component, that component alone not cure the disease. The compound along with the other phytochemicals, that is a synergetic effect. All herbal compound synergetic effect, and also whole plant or whole flower or whole stem or whole bark or whole plant. Different parts are whole plant. To make it very clear, they provide the definite physiological action on the human body. Based on the human body, then take for the quantitative analysis for the herbal drug. The bioactive substance, including tannin, alkaloids, carbohydrate, terpenoids, steroids, flavonoids, and phenolic component, are widely used in human therapy, veterinary, agriculture, scientific research, and the countless other area have inhibitory the effect of all types of the microorganism in vitro and in vivo. That is the application part. So first of all, let us know the identification. The before slide, the medicinal plant. What are the medicinal plant? What are the different parts of the plant and whole plant? Finally, we are looking the phytochemical. Those phytochemical based on the chemical and body physiological action, then application is going on. So now extraction procedure, there are number of extraction methodology according to the application. The extraction procedure is different, extraction methodology is different based on the Ayurvedic purpose and the Siddha purpose, Unani purpose, and biochemical purpose and biochemistry purpose and biotechnological purpose. So each and every department, the extraction procedure totally different. So according to your wish, so what you need for a question, please ask me. So based on the applications, according to the department. Our department means Siddha department, Ayurvedic department, Unani department, different, same planted, different extraction method. Same planted, different mode of preparation method. Same planted, different purification method. Same planted, that is the extraction method. But basically, the plant pot used for starting material, solvent used for extraction. How many solvent are used for the currently? How many solvent are used to more yield of extractions? So polar solvent, non-polar solvent, dipole solvent. So highly polar solvent, water solvent. The methanol solvent, ethanol solvent. Dipole is a chloroform, acetone, ethyl acetate. non-polar solvent, benzene and petroleum ether. So these all are the solvent system for preliminary phytochemistry and major phytochemistry. So the preliminary phytochemistry, whether it is alkaloid is present or flavonoid is present or tannin content is present or total phenolic content present, that is a preliminary phytochemistry. Don't go for further secondary metabolites for major phytochemistry, for chromatographic analysis. So based on that solvent system, that is a solvent system. So according to the solvent system and the sample weight, then go for further the purification of extraction of the compound. So extraction procedure according to the department, it will vary the extraction procedure. The choice of solvent, I said the low toxicity. For water is high polar content. நீரில் கரையாது எதுவுமே கிடையாது. ஸோ ஆனால் அப்போ சர்டன் காம்பவுண்ட் வந்து நான் போலார் சால்வெண்ட், பெட்ரோலியம் ஈத்தர்ல தான் நிறைய கரையும் சில சால்வெண்ட். இப்போ என்னதான் பில்லாந்தின் காம்பவுண்ட் வந்து பெட்ரோலியம் ஈத்தர் தான். So depending on the material, depending on the application of the bioactive compound from the plant source, we choose the polar solvent, dipole solvent and non-polar solvent. So easy the evaporation of the low heat and promotion of the rapid physiological and absorption of the extract, so, and the preservation of actions. Okay, according to the solvent used for active compound extraction, water, I said the ethanol, methanol, chloroform, ether, acetone. The remaining two solvent, I said non-polar solvent is a petroleum ether and benzene. Those two solvent non-polar, chloroform, ether, acetone, diethyl ether, these all are the dipole moment. So water, ethanol, methanol, these are highly polar solvent. First three is a highly polar solvent: water, methanol, ethanol. So chloroform, ether, acetone, ethyl acetate, these all are the dipole solvent. The another one is non-polar solvent, petroleum ether and benzene. So based on this solvent system, we are extract the chemical from the medicinal plants. Medicinal plants, whole plant, dry conditioner, medicinal plant le extraction, oven, room temperature dry conditioner, oven 40-degree dry conditioner or fresh material are different parts of the plant. So and ratio 5 gram in 10 ml methanol, high polar solvent, non-polar solvent, dipole solvent. So and ratio according to the sample material, then solvent system. That is the ratio versus the sample versus solvent. It is also we have to calculate the general technique of the medicinal plant extraction. There are the plant tissue homogenization, maceration, infusion, percolation, digestion, decoction, oxalator, sonication. But more usually the biotechnology or biological or life science student or faculty members look for the oxalator extraction and sonication. So the remaining method for Ayurvedic and Siddha and Unani and homeopathy preparation for maceration and percolation, digestion, decoction methods. Depends on the industrial purpose or commercial purpose or different department purpose. But mostly scientific purpose for sonication method as oxalators. The 90% or 95% oxalator hard continuous extraction procedure. So in plant tissue homogenations for dry, what I said, dry powder or plant material or wet fresh material, grind it in blade, that is a plant tissue homogenization using mixie. It's a good shaken vigorously 5 to 10 minutes, then 24 hours. So then extracted filter, then that extract used for the medicinal purpose. That extraction for further human disease or to cure the human disease. So maceration for 3 to 4 days, soak in solvent, different solvent system. What I said, the polar and non-polar and dipole solvent system. Soaking the material up to 3 days, 1 week, depends on the need or applications. So the maceration extraction is prolonged to time up to 5 days, 1 week. Fermentation method for maceration, அப்படியே extract எடுத்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கும். then solvent system based on that solvent good for health. So according to the extraction procedure, definitely the application is good for health. So and the infusion for it is a fresh infusion were prepared by the macerating the crude drug for short period of time with the cold and boiling water, and these are dilute solution, the readily soluble constituent crude drugs. ஸோ இதை சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா எப்படிலாம் நம்ம டீயை வடிகட்டுறோமோ இல்லைன்னா நம்ம ஒரு கஷாயம் ஒரு ஒரு டிகாஷன் போடுறோமோ அதே மாதிரி தான் டிகாஷன்ஸ் இன்ஃபியூஷன் all those things digestions different mode of microwave digestions or traditional stove digestions or stove digestions depending on the plant material and source of the material and solvent system and the temperature and the prolonged so digestion methods. So the thickness of the plant material powder or whatever it is, so according to the plant size and material, then go for the so used for the moderately elevated, the temperature is not objectionable. The solvent efficacy on them and they are very increasing. So depending on decoctions, decoction நிறைய இந்த டிவிலாம் பார்த்துப்பேன் எப்படி டிகாஷன்ஸ் எடுக்கிறது டீ டிகாஷன் மாதிரி தான் இட் இஸ் அ ஹீட் சால்ட் depending on the application. These all are application for Ayurvedic, Siddha and Unani. Maybe or may not be scientific method. And percolation also the same thing. So come to the Soxlator. Soxlator is a hot air continuous extraction. The fine powder or coarse powder, the crude drug, it is placed in the porous bag. The thimble, I will show the diagrammatic representative for the Soxlator apparatus, made strong filter paper, ordinary filter paper, which is placed in the Soxlator apparatus. So that is this is thimble. The extracting solvent is flask, either polar solvent or dipole solvent or non-polar solvent based on the solvent according to literature or according to the plant material, according to the primary phytochemical chemistry, go for extraction solvent flask heated and the vapor condensed in the condenser. The condensed extract that into the thimble containing the crude drug. So this is a Soxlator apparatus. This is a condenser. The top one is the condenser. So it is below one is the inlet to the water, the outlet of the water. So the middle portion is the extractor. That is a Soxlator extractor. The extractor thimble, that is the thimble means this one is a thimble. This one is a thimble. You know, if you know my cursor, so thimble upper part is a condenser. So in bottom of the thimble, that is a round bottom flask, it is extracting or boiling the fresh and extraction of the solvent system. It is a heating mandel for heating mandel. Are you able to see this diagram?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Yeah, visible. Okay. It is a 4 different round bottom flask. The round bottom flask attached to the extraction unit or thimble extraction unit. So the symphone amp is there. So after here we are setting the heat according to for methanol 65 degree, for water 100 degree. So for petroleum ether, depends on the temperature, maybe 45 degree or 50 degree according to the temperature. Using solvent system, then boiling the solvent at the bottom of the round bottom, then extract and the thimble going for that way and condensed. So the upper part is a condenser. Inlet water, outlet water. The entire circulation is up to the 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. So 24 hours, 48 hours, then 36 hours. Depending on our necessity and extraction and depending on the solvent, depending on the continuous extraction, this Soxlator apparatus. So go for further studies for the extraction procedure for plant material, different parts of the plant material or whole plant or drying condition or wet conditions or depending on the plant sample material. So we have to analysis. It is not single day, it is not a 1 day parameter. Maybe it will take for 1 year. What I said, all those parameters to execute and plan it for extraction procedure through the Soxlator apparatus. Finally, we are getting yield of the 10% of the extraction or 15% of the extraction from the oxalator. So that extract go for the animal studies and the case studies after extraction. So the rota evaporate, they recover the same solvent. The yield of the extract paste is coming out. That is the yield of the extract. That extract is a different concentration of MIC, minimum inhibitory concentration, or go for further chromatography techniques for column chromatography, isolation purification, single compound, or any health benefited compound for chromatography, partial the column chromatography, then HPLC, then all chromatography techniques, NMR study for novel compound. Novel compound, if you find the NMR studies are mass spectrum, finally that compound go for the animal studies or cancer study, anti-cancer study. This novel compound is anti-cancer activities there from so-and-so plant, so-and-so extraction methodology, so-and-so compound purification through chromatography method. So all those methods were from the extraction unit, oxalator extraction unit. The ultrasonication, it is a sonicator that is a minimum 20 kilohertz to 2000 kilohertz based on the cell rupture of the cells. Some cells, it won't maceration, decoction, and continuous of the oxalator apparatus, it won't separate from the plant material. Certain active ingredient compound from the cell break down, that is a 20 kilohertz or 2000 kilohertz, that is ultrasonication method. They come out the such a small molecule active ingredient from the plant material. It is also application is more. So that is a sonication method. So different effect of extraction phytochemical depends on the degree of processing and moisture content and particle size. So these are the plant material. Then for effect of extraction plant phytochemical depends on that. So extraction method, I said these all are the picture. It shows us this is a oxalator, this is a round bottom, that is a condenser. Same procedure. It is a heating mandel. Depending on the solvent system, depending on the temperature of the solvent system, and the continuous of the or 24 hours or 8 hours, minimum 8 hours, maximum 2 days, 3 days for continuously. Water circulation also illana burst ஆயிடும். So continuously இருக்கணும் உங்களுக்கு. The length of the period of extraction procedure up to 1 week உள்ள இருக்கு. The solvent used, என்ன solvent use பண்றோம். And the pH of the solvent is a mandatory. It's a negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration of the solvent is very, very important. And temperature also based on the solvent temperature, we can choose it. And according to the plant, the particle size of the plant tissues and solvent to sample ratio, that is already I said. So these all are the parameters, the variation in extraction methods also. So before the major phytochemistry, we need to the qualitative analysis. The phytochemical test is a preliminary phytochemical test. Test for drag and drop test or Wagner test, Mayer test, those three different tests, different chemicals, is a phytochemical. Alkaloid is present or not. இது வந்து நம்ம 12th year BSc labலயே செய்திருப்போம். So the prominent yellow color precipitation or reddish brown precipitation. So alkaloid is present. Go for further TLC, thin layer chromatography, or extraction, oxalator extraction, or go for column chromatography extractions or purification of compound. So null compound, if you go for NMR or mass spectrum, bioanalytical technique, finally that compound application is very more important. You can try for all my antimicrobial activity, antifungal activity, antibacterial activity. Nowadays a big issue for MDR, multi-drug resistance. The multi-drug resistance is allopathy drug is more than ampicillin, amoxicillin, rampamycin, azithromycin, all the antibiotic drug resistant. Some corona also resistant. So that is a multi-drug resistance, big challenging for clinical pathogens right now. So we need alternate drug for the alkaloid, flavonoid. It is a curable, easy, the multi-drug resistant disease. It's a curable alternate drug in plant source. The literature is available and also lively is going on. The multi-drug resistant nowadays is a big issue for all clinical trial and human being and the world also. The American Microbiology Society, American Biochemistry Society, all are big challenge for multi-drug resistant. We need for alternate drug from plant source. So that time we are going to alkaloid test, flavonoid test, tannin test, phenolic components, saponin content based on different tests, whether it is present or not. Go for further procedure for major phytochemistry. That purpose only phytochemical screening method. The continuation turbinate, carbohydrate, protein, and glycosides. Different test, Salcolis test and Moyes test, whether it is present or not. It's already is a 12th practical class or first year's biochemistry practical or any technical institute also there. These all are the preliminary phytochemistry, whether it is present or not, different chemical and test. Then quantitative and total phenolic content for foliage and method, same method is Singleton and Rossi 1965. This method is currently we are using the UV visible spectrophotometer. So using the 765 nanometer, it is a visible range of the UV visible spectrophotometer. It is a visible range for gallic acid, for ascorbic acid, or caffeic acid. These are all total phenolic, or rutin, or quercetin. These all are the phenolic compound from the plant source because these all are the health benefited chemicals or phytochemicals. And also the total phenolic content, total alkaloid content, that is a quantitative analysis. So again, the flow chart showing us the extraction of the medicinal plants. So the shade dried and grinded into the powder, and here the sample weight and the volume, then mixed and different depending on the temperature and cool filtration, the muslin cloth or any filter paper or any tea filter or what is the moisten cloth, centrifuge at 10 minutes, then separate the filter paper, then go for evaporated 90-degree C. This is a rotavac. Recover the same solvent and the என்ன solvent use பண்ணி recover the same solvent. Methanol recover the same solvent. அந்த solvent திரும்ப same material use பண்ணலாம் up to 3 times. இது rotavac. It's a recover the same solvent. After extracted the bottom of the flask, recover the same solvent. Then solid extract collected the weight, then store the sample bottle and refrigerator. So the extract is stored at a refrigerator for further applications. So this is a plant extraction. Again, they repeated the same slide. Then quantitative analysis. See here the yield of the extract, the hexane, very less yield, 10%. Acetone, 20%. Methanol, 30%. Water, 28%. So the y-axis represented the yield of extraction. The x-axis represented for different solvent system. Which solvent is more yield of extract? So among the 4 different solvent, methanol is a high yield of the solvent. Based on the initial weight of the powder, 50 gram, 50 gram, 50 gram, 50 gram. Different solvent system. The final weight of the powder, then final crude extract, the percentage of the crude, then finally the color of the extraction, dark brown and dark green and etc. So these all are the parameters to find out the extractions. So similarly, the phytochemical analysis, whole aerial plant extract, the Lucas indica. So different test, left hand side different test and the right hand side extraction, hexane, the acetone, methanol extract. The plus for the it is present, minus is not it is not present. So similarly, the continuation of the same slide. Then methodology for application for after extraction. I simplify. I never talk about the after extraction. Go for chromatography technique. So now I'm talking about sample collection and process, the methodology for test microorganisms, standardization of test organism, the preparation of plant extract, and reconstitution of the plant extract. It means a minimum inhibitory concentration. After extraction or chromatography technique, the quantitative analysis of compound from the medicinal plant, we are going for the choose the human pathogens or animal pathogen or plant pathogen, any pathogens as a biochemistry student. who are designing and assigning for the minimum inhibitory concentration. The constitution of the extract were reconstituted using the distilled water to obtain 100 mg per ml, 50 mg per ml, 25 mg per ml, 12.5 mg or 6.25 mg per ml concentration. Different concentration is it. That is why we find out the minimum inhibitory concentration using the in vitro study, Petri plate study for different organisms, bacterial or fungal or whatever it is. So that is a minimum inhibitory concentration. Antimicrobial activity, minimum inhibitory concentration, minimum bacterial and fungicidal concentration, and the phytochemical quantitative screening, the crude sample and extract the outcome of the presence of the phytochemical alkaloid, steroid, and tannin, and etc. So are you follow that?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Dear participant, okay. So then one or two slides going to finish it. So antimicrobial activity of plant extract, various concentration. Here we are going to talk about 100 mg per ml concentration, zone of inhibition in millimeter. It is aqueous extract, same concentration, phenol, ethanol extract, methanol extract, high polar, polar solvent, different organisms. So the maximum inhibition is 15 millimeter, Streptococcus and pyrogenes. So according to the different zone, that is a 100 mg per ml, the high concentration. Next one is 50 mg. Next one 25 mg. So next one is according there's 100 mg, 50 mg, 25 mg, 12.5, and half of the amount. Then we find out the minimum inhibitory concentration. The first one is the minimum inhibitory concentration nil. So growth all are present. எல்லாத்துலயுமே இருக்கு. இதுல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மேக்ஸிமம் இன்ஹிபிட் 100 mg ல இருக்கு. இதுல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 50 mg ல இருக்கு. So the minus symbol is indicate no growth. Plus symbol is indicate growth is present. இதெல்லாம் human pathogens. So human disease pathogens. So Pseudomonas aeruginosa, Klebsiella, pneumonia, E. coli, Bacillus subtilis. These are human pathogens, isolated pathogens collected from the IMTEC source, the Chandigarh. So and minimum inhibitory 100 mg, 50 mg. Next slide for minimum inhibitory is 12.5 mg. So it is a ethanol extract. The previous one is a methanol extract. This one is a ethanol extract. Is a methanol extract. See the 12 mg minimum inhibitory. Plus also growth is present. No growth minus indicate that. So we find out the minimum inhibitory concentration according to the extraction yield from the plant source. So it is ethanol nil growth according to the minimum bacterial site concentration aqueous ethanol methanol extract. This is for different isolates and different solvent extract, same plant and minimum inhibitory concentration. The first one is 100 mg, the second one is aqueous 100 mg, 50 mg, 50 mg, 100 mg, 25 mg, 25 mg, depending on the organism and concentration and phytochemical effect. It's a phytochemical effect. So we need the global demand of the medicinal plant. Already they talk about these are the 7% of annual growth from since the 2000 to the 2050. Every day is utility is more. So our US dollars at $3 million. Right now is 2000 is 2000 billion now. So up to the gold market is herbal need. So World Health Organization and Food and Agriculture America, Food and Agriculture Organization from America and other different organization, different country also to enhance focus the demanding of the herbal medicinal plant. So everyone need for alternate medicines. So demand of medicinal plant from the health sector, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and homeopathy and the Western. These are the using the number of species also. That's all. So any doubt? This is also the how many the data comes from the National Medicinal Plant Board. under the Ministry of Ayush. So the recent report, the number of Indian medicinal plant 1,742, and the number of phytochemical 9,596 phytochemicals. So it is single plant, different plant, or according to the number of associated. These are the statistics. So if you have the time, please you go through the National Medicinal Plant Board, State Medicinal Plant Board. Those board is indicate, and also the CMAB, I said, Central Institute of Medicine and Aromatic Plant Science, Lucknow, and NBRI, National Botanical Research Institute in Lucknow. Those institute also you get the all data bank for the how many people are working in the how many plants according to the medicinal plant and according to the number of phytochemicals. Then that you extract the data from the different source. Then where is your idea and your aim of the work designing based on the existing work. Then medicinal plant, that is a fact sheet, that is a mega, and how many people are using. So out of 17,000 to 18,000 more or less. So how many plants are utilizing the herbs, shrub, trees, climbers, all those medicinal plant, different forest, different garden, different source of material. So how to utilize that is called the medicinal plant fact sheets. That's all. Any questions, any query regarding the today talk?
Thank
Feel
you.
free to ask.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you,
very
your
much,
patient
sir.
mind.
Thank you very much, dear participants. Now we are posting the feedback link for the participants. Dear participants, please fill all the columns of feedback link to receive a certificate. Next, that is there any questions from the participants? Please, you can ask 1 or 2 questions because there is no time at all. Dear participants, is there any questions?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I want to ask one question, sir. So in India, traditionally we are having so much of medicinal
Please,
plants.
little bit loud voice.
1 minute, sir. Sorry, in India, traditionally we have so many medicinal plants, sir. And we are doing so much of research in that area. But practically, the output of the research, so we are finding out more novel compounds. But while coming to the drug, it is not coming to the market. What is the reason, sir?
So we need for stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 for application part. First, you have to publish minimum impact factor for journal, reputed journal in the world.
Yes, sir.
So, or go for patent level. Or without publication, go for patent level. That patent going to for in vitro study, in vivo study, and animal studies. Then go for the chimpanzee or a human being clinical study. Then finally go for the market. So up to the publications or patent, then forget about that field of interest. What you said, the novel compound or discovery compound, it won't further proceed. So after getting the young people are looking for the job also. Then go for career, again the family, again then go for that aspect also, not for focusing the same area, same particular area. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, sure. And another one more thing, sir. And also, we are concentrating more on research, but we are not concentrating patent side. So this is also one of the drawback.
Yeah,
Because,
drawback. That is India
yes,
is a more drawback.
yes, sir, that's a problem. Because we are doing research, but we are not patenting.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
No,
Thank you, sir.
no,
Thank you so
ask,
much, sir.
ask. No problem.
Sir, another one more question, sir. During the extraction process, we are using aqueous extract and methanolic extract and methanolic extract. But in the same time, most of the compounds are extracted in the methanol extract. So is there any reason for...
So high polar solvent is a water, methanol, ethanol, I said. And
Yes, sir.
also the low toxicity methanol and ethanol. Compare then other solvent system.
Yes, sir.
Low toxicity. So we need
Okay,
to
sir.
the 100% the methanol clear through the Rotavac or evaporate 1 or 2 days the open air condition, then remove the complete ethanol and methanol, but least percentage of methanol effect or ethanol effect doesn't bother that is the least effect. So that purpose only every one of the scientists is looking for the high polar solvent content, either water or methanol or ethanol, then the remaining solvent, dipole solvent and non-polar solvent system.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Now the feedback link, please put it in the chat box.
Oh, okay, sir.
Any other
Questions from the participants?
question?
Already, Sir has delivered a speech for more
Actually,
than
you
1
gave
hour.
elaborated discussion, sir.
Elaborated speech is which is
Detailly
very
explained.
useful, which is very useful to each and every participants. Any other questions from the participant side? If there is no, we'll go for the vote of thanks.
No, if you are interested, my humble request, sorry for the disturbance. Okay. So
No,
if you are interested for a bioanalytical technique for chromatography technique, it is take for 1 hour for talk.
Surely, sir. We will arrange it, sir. Surely we will arrange it, sir.
We will arrange it for next webinar, sir. Actually.
Yeah, if you are interested for NMR processor or out of a novel compound, then go for patent
Surely,
or any.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Rajeshwari, put to the link. Link is not available. That is feedback link. That is, dear participants, kindly fill this feedback link to receive the participants. So there is the concluding part of our today's webinar. Dr. A.Annamalai, he has covered each and every part of this today's presentation or deliberation. He delivered a talk on medicinal plants, not only medicinal plants, how to use the plants and the importance of plants and how to do the research on various plants also. And one more thing he has quoted, which is very suitable for the present generation, that is Unave Marundu. That is, food is our medicine. உணவே மருந்து அப்படின்றத வந்து he rightly pointed out this point. And this youngsters and young scholars and young student and faculties, we should carry out the research work. Not only research work, we also get the patent also. As Sir said, not only to do the research work on various medicinal plants, but also we have to get the patent right. Each and every medicinal plants, here, Sir clearly pointed out that is Phyllanthus amaris. It is very good medicine. It is available only in India, not in other foreign countries, right? So amaris, that is Phyllanthus amaris, both Annamalai sir and myself discussed many things on this Phyllanthus amaris during our Karunya University life. And sir did excellent work on Phyllanthus amaris, and moreover, many of us use the term that is Phyllanthus neruri instead of Phyllanthus amaris. So it is a new thing, and it's very informative session, sir. Moreover, sir has elaborated the use of medicinal plants for various ailments, for obesity, cancer, diabetes, ulcer, and also we can use it for anti-aging purpose also. So what not? Not only that, that is yesterday I spoke to Dr. Annamalai sir to restrict the talk for 1 hour, but he took more than 1.5 hours, nearly about 2 hours. It shows the interest, keen interest of Dr. Annamalai sir, and moreover, it shows his interest towards the scholars and also to the society, young society. So he elaborated a very good talk on research part also. And next time, that is, if time permits, and we request Dr. Annamalai sir to take a webinar on that is phytochemical isolation and also extraction procedure in elaborated manner.
Yes.
And
Sorry,
and
yes.
many And
Phytochemical is a live talk is very important, sir, than a webinar and the
yes, sir, yes,
digital
sir.
mode.
Actually, this digital mode also it is reachable now. Moreover, participants, nearly about 100 participants, it is still maintaining in our webinar. It's a fascinating thing, and moreover, it is very useful and informative. And all the participants, they were eagerly listening your talk, useful talk. And we are all
The session is
on
101.
behalf of the Department of Biochemistry and all of our participants in and around Tamil Nadu, that is, we are very eager to listen your talk. But we are also cooperating with your talk, but our network is not cooperating with us. That is nearly only 5 or 10 participants left from the meeting. But it is immaterial. Many participants, they have given a good feedback on your presentation.
Thank you, thank you.
Very useful talk, sir. And
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
சார்
எக்ஸ்கியூஸ் மீ, அவருக்கு ஏதோ ப்ராப்ளம்
இருக்குங்க சார்.
ஓகே
சார், அது தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சார். பிகாஸ் வந்து நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் வந்து உங்ககிட்ட கேதர் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் சார். எல்லாரும் மெடிசன் பிளான்ஸ்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, பட் வந்தாலும் எலாபரேட்டடா நிறைய ஒர்க் வந்து நீங்க பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ யூ டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்ம் த மெனி இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸ் வித் அஸ் சார். So you spend very valuable time, because 2 hours அப்படிங்கிறது it is impossible, but without any hesitation and all these things you spend lot of time with us, sir. Thank you so much. Once again, we arrange another one more meeting, sir, for explain about the bioanalytical techniques, because it is very important. Because I already told that is NMR, and because everyone knows about NMR, but how to know the results and how to interpret the results.
Interpretations.
That's very important, sir, because we are lacking on that part. So definitely we will arrange. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Dear participants,
shall I move?
Sir? Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir again come or not? Sir left the meeting.
Yeah,
again,
left the meeting because of the network problem. God grace, no network problem here.
Actually எனக்குமே நெட்வொர்க் கட் ஆயிருச்சு சார்.
Okay.
But ஆனா கண்டினியூ ஆயிட்டு இந்த ப்ரோகிராம்.
Sir, FiberNet is good.
Yes sir. Sir,
okay, shall I move?
Sure sir. I think
okay,
sir will make a call to you, sir.
Okay
sir. Thank you so much. And dear participants, really thank you so much for your constant support and participation. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.